Nyinyi mnanisikia? Siasa hii ya makelele mimi sitaki. Tunaelewana? Hii siasa makelele ni siasa mbaya. Nyinyi vijana nataka niwaambie, mimi nataka niwapangie kazi ya ajira. Mambo ya kuja kupiga makelele kwa mkutano mimi sitaki. Musikie vizuri. Sijui kama tunaelewana. Sisi tumekuja hapa kupanga mambo ya maendeleo ya Meru. Tabia kama hii mimi sitaki tena. Kwa mkutano ya rais mimi sitaki watu wa kupiga makelele. Ninyi mnanisikia? Hii ni kukosa heshima. Mimi nataka kila kiongozi apatiwe heshima. Na mimi nataka niwaambie hivi. Kuna siku nyinyi wananchi mtakuja kuamua. Mtu akifanya kazi si mtamwendelea aendelee na kazi. Mtu akikosa kufanya kazi si mtamfukuza aende nyumbani.
This government has no option only to have and to give quality education to Kenyans.
70% of the people who made the decision to put Kenya Kwanza government into power, I think they will have a decision. I think right now they think that they made a wrong decision.
President William Ruto, before he flew to Italy, he visited or he toured Meru County, where he was visiting the Meru residents and launching some projects. But in his tour, he was heckled. Kwa sport they say he was booed by the resident or the electorates. I think it's the agitation from the economic hardship. Josiah, do you think this is the right way of maybe communicating or expressing the feelings maybe the Kenyans are having toward the president, or there was another way maybe these Meru residents could have aired their views to the president?
In the constitution, there are ways. For example, going to the courts. But this thing, we are in Kenya. There is stories and theories and reality. In reality, it can't happen. There is a musician in reggae who says, where there is injustice, there will be protest. So when people say, if people don't do that, yani watu wasipoenda waanze kuheckle, hakuna venye president atasikia. Atakuwa tu anasema nyinyi si mnaongelea tu pale, nyinyi ni wanasiasa, but Wakenya wakilia atawasikia. So this is the only way. The only way Kenyan can do that, because mkisema ati Wakenya, unajua watu husema ati Wakenya wanaweza tumia popular move waende hata watoe president, but it will never happen. There must be someone who must do it. Or if there is no someone, like this time Raila has stopped, the only way is shouting.
Is Raila has stopped, or is Raila maybe
ashachoka?
Amechoka.
Yani siku hizi unaona hagomi tangu whatever they shook hand. So Wakenya ndio wao tu wanaweza amuka wagome. Mfano kama wakati mwingine, kuna wakati pia yeye wakati alikuwa upande ule mwingine, kuna wakati pia Uhuru amekuwa heckled hivyo tu. Ndio watu wasikie. Kuna wakati unga unapandishwa, watu wanaenda wanazungumza wana shout. Wakianza ukizungumza ukiwa kiongozi na wananchi wanapiga kelele, enyewe utaona ni aibu na uta cool down. Lakini ati ugoje wanasiasa waende wakuzungumzie ati ama muende mfuate ati sheria, mtakuwa tu mnakimbizwa na tear gas kila mahali, hamtasikizwa. Lakini hapo juu pia anajua tear gas ikirushwa hata yeye moshi utampata. Sasa haezi leta shida na watamsikia. So I say Meru residents are so right, perfect, absolute 100% wako poa.
So you say it is not the ideal way to communicate, but it is the only option.
Exactly. The Meru, you got it right. The only option. All the option cannot work. They may work in theory, but in reality they will never work.
Obongo, heckling the president is the only solution to maybe AI the agitation they have toward the government, or there is another way?
I think I will disagree with you on with both of you, because it's like you are now imposing that the only option is not the only option, both in theory, in practice.
I was
and
just
anything.
anchoring what he said.
No problem. So basically, if you look at the chapter 4 of the Kenyan Constitution, Kenyans have the freedom of expression, and I think booing is part of it, and is a constitutional right. And also as a way to express their dissatisfaction by the government is through court, going to court, submitting memoranda to the parliament, and also organizing I think protest. And these are basically these are things which are practical, and we have been seeing them. So the issue of now saying that booing the president is the only option, I refuse to agree with that, because history has shown time with that number that other avenues are also applicable. So I think it's also healthy for people to show their dissatisfaction to the president through booing, because if you look at what the current regime promised, or the social contract that they signed with the people during campaigns, is totally different from what is being implemented. Maybe the citizens expected that the regime was going to deliver heaven on earth, but now what they are seeing is hell on earth. Yes.
And when you say that they have the light, and the booing is part of expressing their feelings toward the government, but the president was angry by the way they booed him, because they feel that he deserved respect, and he said that every leader deserves respect. Now they said that they will have time to make the decision, because 2022, we are past 2022. They don't, to my understanding, they are past. They don't have now the mandate to choose who until they wait to 2027. Do you think it was disrespectful to the president?
I think that is totally false, because if the president said so, I think the president has not been reading the constitution, because the constitution basically gives various avenues. You can even impeach the president without.
You want to say that you have not seen that clip, president saying it is disrespectful?
I will not.
Have you seen it?
Maybe I've not seen the clip. Maybe it's in the public domain, but I've not seen it.
You have not seen
some
it.
1, 2, 3 issues. But basically, if the president said so, I think he is not reading the constitution, because the constitution clearly outlined various avenues that people can use to basically impeach a president while he's in power. And it's clearly stated in the constitution. If you look at various provisions and the executive, I think on the executive chapter 9, it's clearly stated how president can be removed from the office, and it can happen through a popular initiative or through parliamentary initiative. So basically, and history has proven that presidents have impeached from their offices. If you look at the Arab Spring, people who thought that they could not be impeached by ordinary citizens were impeached through popular uprising to the head of states and the government. Yeah, so you should not be disillusioned to that.